What's going on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of CryptoZombie. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a phenomenal start to your week. Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies have sprung back. In fact, if we have a look at what's happening right now, we do have a green opening for the stock market. Now, this could have been because of the news about the variant not being as aggressive as initially thought. It's a little bit more mild. That could be the case. However, we do need to talk about something completely unrelated to all of that, which is what is happening right now in the crypto space, my friends. Bitcoin has just done something that is absolutely incredible, which could be showing us there is still strength in these markets, and we could be looking for the next major blast-off move to the upside. Now, not only just Bitcoin, I know a lot of you out there are also looking for different types of altcoins to invest in, and in today's video, you are going to want to watch this video all the way to the end because there are so many opportunities in crypto. A lot of people out there think that maybe they missed the boat, they didn't catch all these gaming projects, these NFTs, the metaverse, and all that. Well, I'm going to tell you that if you're watching this video, you are very fortunate because there are literally opportunities every single day in the cryptocurrency space. If you missed this one, well, you'll get the next one. And in today's video, I want to share with you a few projects that I am unbelievably excited about, that I think have phenomenal potential and could even 10x, 100x, 1000x in this current bull run. I'm not kidding you guys. These are very, very interesting projects that I'm extremely bullish on. And if you are interested in that kind of content, well, definitely drop a like and make sure you stick around to the end of the video. We're going to have a lot of fun. As usual, we're going to hop into Bitcoin first. So if you want to skip ahead, there are links below, timestamps, in the description. You can just skip right ahead. But let's start off with the Bitcoin chart. And of course, if you're not subscribed, well, maybe consider doing so because things are about to go bananas. So wink, wink, nod, nod, right? So let's have a look right here and see what's happening. Now, you could see that we are still sitting above the general trend line for Bitcoin over here on the index. Now, the index is all of the Bitcoin information sort of aggregated in one specific chart. So you can see right here that we are still maintaining the uptrend. We did sink as low all the way down to that $53,800 level, which was exactly what we thought would happen because as you can see back here, we were trying to build support for Bitcoin around that area. And the fact that we came all the way up here, back down, and did in fact have a bounce off that level shows that we are starting to build that structure. Now, interestingly enough, we are having a little bit of resistance exactly right here at my blue box territory. But I do think if we can break above this level, sitting right around that $59,700 level, I think that it just might be clear skies for Bitcoin, and we may be looking at that $75,000 target that I spoke about 2 weeks ago for the end of this year. Now, even more insane than that is if we actually switch this chart to the logarithmic chart, which this is actually pretty mind-blowing, you can actually see that we did in fact have our third tap right here on the trend line. So lots of confluence, lots of things lining up for Bitcoin. It is seeming, as long as we don't get any other black swan events, that this is going to be huge. And I'm feeling incredibly bullish for Bitcoin. In fact, that was a beautiful, beautiful area if you were looking to put in a long for Bitcoin. If you guys did get into a long, congratulations. Excellent opportunity. We called it. We found it. If you want to learn more about how to trade Bitcoin with leverage, you can short Bitcoin too, right? You can make money when it goes down, although a little skeptical to do that in a bull run, but if you're interested, check out the links below. We have over $7,000 in bonuses, and having a look right here, you will notice that we are coming somewhat to the end of a very similar pattern like we had back here, where Bitcoin is going to have to decide in the next few days what it is going to do. And if we do break to the upside, I'm going to tell you this right now, this is not going to be a baby little move, okay? It's not going to be a little 2%, 3%. No, we're talking about Bitcoin potentially going straight back to the $63,000 level and higher. So I could see Bitcoin breaking out, hitting something like this, coming back down, retesting the support, potentially around 59,900 before putting in brand new all-time highs. Now, of course, take this with a grain of salt. let's hope we don't have any more bad news coming out, right? We did hear more news about India and everything else, but I think at this point, it doesn't really matter. People don't care as much about it. We are still in this ascending wedge. Interestingly enough, yet again, if we change this to the logarithmic scale, you can actually see that we've had a perfect bounce off of the heart line right here. So Bitcoin is respecting these supports. Bitcoin is seeing buyers step in. It is really seeing a lot of interest and a lot of excitement for the cryptocurrency at this time. And before we get into the altcoins, I just want to talk about the third largest Bitcoin whale is still accumulating. Now, we spoke about this before, but you can see that they've now recently added nearly 1,000 Bitcoin to their wallet, and they were buying between 59,000 and 54,000, right? So they were buying the dip. In fact, now some people are saying, well, what if this is maybe this is like an exchange wallet or something like that, right? We don't really know, although most of these exchange wallets are pretty transparent. They do put their information out there. Well, you can actually see somebody at CryptoQuant, which I do respect CryptoQuant. I really enjoy their analytics. They commented and said, while it is possible that this is a cold wallet for exchanges like Robinhood, transaction volume and pattern doesn't seem to support this. Very inconsistent from other cold wallets. For one, many strategic buy the dip and sell the rally behaviors and clear long-term accumulation trend, which would not be seen if it was just an exchange wallet. An exchange wallet wouldn't care about buying the dip and this and that. No, it would just be a place to essentially hold funds for their clients, right? And if you have a look at this, you can see that the whale is now holding 114,000 Bitcoin, making it the 11th accumulation purchase this month. And also, not to mention right here, we were actually seeing something that some people were worried about, which was that after having this giant month of green, we did see some of the big whales, not this whale in particular, but some of the whales starting to actually sell. And I said, this is a good thing. People said, oh, this isn't a good thing. It is a good thing, okay? Because smart investors sell, okay, into strength and buy into weakness. So the fact that they were selling into strength is showing us that this rally has a lot more to go. In fact, you can see right here, the last time, right here, even when they started selling, we still had months and months left before we even hit the top. So this could be signaling that maybe we're getting around the end, maybe the last 25 to 30% of this rally, but there are still most likely many more months to come. And I can guarantee you that some of the most insane gains you've ever seen generally tend to happen around the tail end of the bull run. So we could see a massive, massive Q1 and Q2 into next year. Now, that being said, some of the biggest plays outside of the NFTs and the games and all that have been the interest in layer ones. People have not really been happy with these high Ethereum gas fees, Ethereum scalability, the fact that they're saying they're going to push off all these upgrades maybe to 2023. I mean, who's got time to wait for that, right? So having a look right here, you could see Solana, Cardano, Avalanche, Chainlink is kind of weird on this list, but you also have things like Algorand, Elrond, all these different things, etc., right? So what I'm trying to point out is that you saw a lot of the investments move from Ethereum, and it kind of trickled down into Solana. And then you saw a lot of the Solana ecosystem trickle down into, for example, things like Avalanche and these other type of layer one smart contract platforms, right? Now, one of the platforms out there that I specifically have not really been against it, so to say. I'm not really against anything in crypto, but for me, it was really hard to justify Cardano's valuation. Cardano is valued at $50 billion. Now, just to put that into perspective, Avalanche is sitting at around 24, and Solana, deservingly so, is sitting at around 62. But the problem is there's not really anything on Cardano, right? One of the biggest problems that people have with Cardano is that, where are the smart contracts? Where are the things building on it? What's going on with Cardano? It's just for speculation, right? So my hunch is that once Cardano does eventually start deploying these decentralized exchanges, starts actually hosting, different platforms for NFTs and actually starts building out their ecosystem, I could actually finally see that mass hysteria for Cardano, which is why I have focused on this space as well. Now, we have a lot to go into. This is just the first of a lot of things I need to talk about, but I am going to start out very basic, very overall, and that is with the Cardano ecosystem. Now, you guys remember I told you about the Ardana sale that had happened, and now it is trading. It's available on Bitmart, MEXC, and Gate.io. Now, what these guys are doing is looking to create the first all-in-one stablecoin ecosystem built on Cardano. Now, this is pretty massive because we really haven't seen anything being built on Cardano. And this could be the spark that ignites the flame, right? This could be what everyone who's been holding Cardano has been waiting for all of this time. And Ardana is definitely a project that I'm extremely interested in. They're going to have something called DanaSwap, which is a stable pool decentralized exchange with high capital efficiency. Now, this is very necessary. You might be saying to yourself, well, what's the big deal about a stablecoin economy? Well, let's really think about it right now. If you look at one of the highest market caps in crypto right now, guess what? We do have Bitcoin, we have smart contract platforms, but Tether, stablecoin, USDC, these are massive, right? And you can see right here, this is right from their website. This is their pitch deck. You can just go to the website and find this right here. This is what I'm looking at. So they say long-term holders of Cardano-based cryptocurrency assets currently must choose to liquidate one asset to buy another. Ardana allows these assets to be locked and used as collateral against a decentralized stablecoin, providing a user access to liquidity and so leveraging their long-term investment. Now, having a look, they do have DanaSwap coming out. Obviously, they are going to have their own token, which is the utility and governance token of the Ardana ecosystem, which is going to reward holders with profits from Ardana and allows those who hold it to vote on changes to the project's parameters. And if you just simply have a look at their team and some of their backgrounds right here, you could see that, not to go into every specific person right here, you guys could just go to the website and do this yourself, but they do have students and ambassadors of reputable companies and blockchain projects such as Apple, Microsoft, Barclays, IG Index, Mina Protocol, Cardano, obviously, the Plutus Pioneers Program, and the Emirgo Academy. And also having a look at their partners at the bottom of the website, you could see they are partnered with Cody, Elrond, which has done absolutely amazing, right? We spoke about Elrond on the channel probably way before a lot of other people hopped on that bandwagon for Elrond. Elrond has been a phenomenal play for us in our portfolio, as well as Near. And if you look right here, no surprise that Morningstar Ventures is also involved in this. They were also the ones who invested in Elrond as well at a very early stage. And I do tend to definitely pay attention to where the money is flowing and who is investing in what. So right now, currently, you can see Dana, the token, is trading. And look at this market cap right here, guys. We are seeing market caps in the multi-billions for meme coins right now. And this is sitting at a $27 million market cap. So that is definitely a project I would keep my eyes on. Now, getting back to things like the metaverse and gaming and all these other things, well, we spoke about this on the channel many times. You can see MetaHero is actually up 52% today. Now, having a look at StarLaunch, which I spoke about, which was the first insured IDO launchpad on Solana, well, this token has gone absolutely bananas so far. In fact, from its inception, which I told you guys about before the token even launched, okay? Even if you bought after the token launched, look at this right here. Came out at sitting around $2.90, and this was only back on November 10th, and this is already up to $20, essentially doing a 10x, slightly under a 10x, even if you didn't get in on the IDO. But if you are looking to get into something, get in. Well, no, I can't say that because not financial advice on this channel. Don't do whatever you don't do whatever you want. Don't listen to me. I'm just a guy on the internet. But wink, wink, nod, nod. The first big project being launched on this is Monkey Ball. And I'm sure I'm not the only one talking about it. I'm sure everyone is talking about it. And the reason they are talking about it is because gaming is so hot right now. And you're talking about the first project to get released on this first type of a platform on Solana. Monkey Ball is going to be amazing, guys. I have no idea how the gameplay is going to be, clearly, but I do know that there's a lot of excitement for this right now. And, the first ones, right? The first ones tend to do quite well. This is the first one on that platform, so definitely keep your eyes on Monkey Ball as well. Now, we're going to be getting into the very exciting content. In fact, I'm going to talk about right now what I believe to hands down be one of the most undervalued cryptos in the space. Now, this is absolutely mind-blowing what these guys are doing. And when you see the market cap of this next crypto, you're going to ask yourself, how has this not already done a 100x, which I do believe is extremely possible. And that project is Phantasma. Yes, my friends, Phantasma Chain, blast from the past. If you have been a long-term subscriber of the CryptoZombie channel, you know how much I loved the Neo blockchain when I first got in. I was absolutely blown away by what they were doing. And also we have Phantasma Chain, which does have some of the developers from the Neo ecosystem. Now, one of the greatest things about Phantasma is that they are focused on gaming. In fact, if you actually come over here and have a look, it was built for gaming, delivering games through the groundbreaking Pavilion Game Hub by Goaty, built by game devs for game devs and gamers alike. And you can see right here, you can already test out the beta right now. There's multiple different games that are featured. You can have a look. Go have a look at that right now, definitely. But the craziest thing about what they are doing is essentially you have these smart NFTs. Now, this to me is something that cannot be ignored. So traditionally right now we have NFTs, right? You mint them, that's it. Or they exist in a game, that's it. You can't change them. They are what they are. Here's your suit, here's your skin, here's your weapon, here's your whatever. That's it, done, right? So Phantasma smart NFTs, you can tell I'm actually like really excited about this, right? So the NFT information is stored on the blockchain in the form of ROM and RAM, where the ROM contains immutable core characteristics that are unchangeable by the NFT owner, whereas, and here's like the kicker, the RAM contains information that can be changed by the owner of the token, such as, for example, the name of a character in a game. You want to hear an incredible example that they give on this website? So as an example, right? Consider Phantasma's showcase title 22 Racing Series from game studio Goaty. Each and every in-game item available exists as a non-fungible token on the Phantasma blockchain. Each NFT contains information about which type of item it is: car, vehicle part, game license, vehicle part pack, its design, time of creation, and its production number out of limited supply. In addition, NFTs can be stored inside of NFTs. In the racing game mentioned above, players can create new cars out of individual car parts, creating new NFTs representing their uniquely designed cars in the process. Conversely, a car can be broken down into dozens of parts that can be reused to build new cars or sold on the open market. And I guarantee you that this is only the tip of the iceberg. Imagine you have a weapon in a game, right? And you can modify that weapon. You can add a scope, you can add a laser, you can add a grenade launcher. I don't know. And let's say that you can change the characteristics of that weapon. Guys, this is what I'm talking about. Now, you know, in the beginning, it was very raw, right? We had crypto kitties, fun. Everybody had a little crypto kitty cat. But this is how you get adoption. This is what people want. People don't want to just sit there and just stare at pictures of cats. They want to play games. They want to immerse themselves. They want to own things. They want to change things. They want to customize them. They want to, you know what I'm trying to say? You can feel me where I'm going with this. So this is why I believe right now, Phantasma Chain has to be one of the most undervalued chains out there. If we have a look at the current market cap right now, the market cap of Phantasma, by the way, the ticker is SOL, is sitting at $301 million. $301 million? Didn't we just say Cardano? What's Cardano sitting at? Cardano is literally sitting at $50 billion. Avalanche, 24 billion. Solana, 62 billion. Even Elron, which is a lot smaller right now, sitting at 8 billion. And yet we come all the way over here to Phantasma, sitting at $300 million. Guys, are you kidding me? Is anybody paying attention to this? This thing is going to absolutely explode when people catch on to what Phantasma is doing. I mean, at this point, the risk versus the reward, in my opinion, is just worth it. Sure, it might not take off. It might not get adoption. But even if it gets only a fraction, even if it just goes to the $8 billion market cap that Elron, for example, is at right now, that's still incredible gains from this point. And not to mention, you know, you can also stake it. They do have the Ecto wallet. Where is that? Right here. I believe, you know, you can just add this to Chrome. And the interesting thing about them is not only do they have the SOL token, but they also have the Phantasma Energy KCAL token. Now, you might be saying to yourself, why would I want to buy the KCAL token when I could just stake and earn it? Well, you can do that. Okay, that would be a very passive way to get KCAL, but this is just giving me flashbacks to what happened to NEO and NEO Gas. Now, this is the chart of, where's NEO Gas? Right here. I'm not worried about the current market price. Obviously, it took a massive dip. But what I am talking about is this mass hysteria phase that we had back here. Now, keep in mind, this is NEO Gas. This wasn't even the NEO token. This token was sitting down around $17.13, and right here skyrocketed all the way up to almost $100, and this was just the gas token for the NEO blockchain. So if you have a look, and actually, why don't we just see where this is sitting at right now? Let me actually switch to, where do we go? Overview right here. Market cap, yeah, 110. So this is sitting at 110 million. And this is after a massive sell-off after the hysteria level. So 110 right here. We go back to this one sitting at 10. So how is this not just a 10? Minimally, how is KCal not a 10x? Let me know. You guys might disagree with me. But this is an opportunity, and this is definitely a tokens and coin that I am looking to accumulate because I definitely think it is extremely undervalued, and I want to be positioned in the right place at the right time, and I don't think that this has gotten nearly as much credit as it should for what they're doing. And considering who's actually involved in the project, being a lot of people who were involved in NEO and some of them who still are today as well. So that is that. And finally, I want to end on another project that I do believe to be undervalued. And, you know, guys, this was a project that I was looking at for quite some time. I was a little hesitant on talking about it on the channel because this is a little bit of a risky play. It really is, right? So we have seen NFT gaming blow up. We've seen all these play to earn games, but one of the biggest issues, one of the biggest pain points for play to earn gaming is that there is a difficult barrier to entry. It's also kind of hard to find, you know, NFTs and upgrades and all this other stuff, but not just to mention, you know, especially when you're dealing with things like Ethereum, we have high gas fees, and just the prices alone are, you know, kind of a turnoff for a lot of people. So what they're doing is they're building a DAO. Now, the greatest thing about this DAO, this decentralized autonomous organization, is that it's not blockchain specific, right? It could be for any of the blockchains at all. We're just simply talking about a community, a DAO built around, really at this point, we don't even know. Right? It's so new. No one's built anything or created really any. I mean, there are some communities starting now, but let me just give you an example, right? So, you know, I have a guy right now, he's outside. He's a little quiet. He knows when I turn the lights on, don't make noise. But he's renting an excavator. He's helping me build my pool. We got like a waterfall. You know, he's building it right now with rocks. So he is using an excavator. Now, to buy an excavator outright is extremely expensive for the fact that he only needs it for a few days out of this entire project, right? He only has to lift these heavy boulders once in a while. So why is he going to buy a machine that's going to cost him tons of money, take years to pay off if he could just rent it? Well, that's something that you can do with something like Merit Circle. The only reason I'm not going through this website is because there's really not much to show here. You can see, however, that they do have, you know, Axie Infinity, Star Atlas, Alluvium, Hash Rush, which is nice to see. But really, what I'm trying to get at right here is, say you're a player and you're playing a game and you need a certain item or a certain car, skin, weapon, whatever it is, but it's extremely expensive. This is just an example. This is just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more you could do with this. So, like, let's say that you just needed it for a short period of time. Well, you can have a community within Merit Circle that could, let's say, pool together funds to buy different types of NFTs and, I don't know, rent them. Right? Rent them like an Airbnb, right? So you have the house, you rent it. I only need to stay here for a month, then I'm out of here. And then when I'm done, you can have a smart contract that could say, okay, you only can rent this NFT for like a few months or a couple days, and then that's it. And then these players don't have to fork over these massive amount of funds to get involved in these play to earn games. And like I said, that's just one example of what Merit Circle can do. I'm sure that the community is going to figure out a lot more amazing opportunities for this project as well. And this is also sitting right around the realm. Actually, this is sitting higher than Phantasma at around $400 million market cap. Now, if we were in a bear market, I would say stay away from these types of, you know, 408 million in a bear market, that's kind of a high cap for some of these low risky plays. But when you're in a bull market, these are actually great plays. And you can see right here, they have 21 million in daily volume, which means there's a lot of liquidity to get in and out of this. And considering it is a DAO, there's not one specific entity directly involved. It's not centralized or anything like that. So that's why Merit Circle is definitely a project to keep your eyes on. And right now you can actually get it over on Uniswap. It is currently an ERC20 token. So guys, these are the projects you want to look into, right? Of course, some of these projects have gained a little bit, but when you really look at the history of Merit Circle, it hasn't been out for that long. I don't know why I just clicked on markets. I meant to click on max. And I mean, you can see right here, they had the initial sale when it went absolutely crazy. And I mean, it's basically just been putting in higher highs and higher lows, and it looks relatively stable. Now, of course, anything can happen. This is crypto. Please be warned, I'm not a financial advisor. I never tell you to buy or do anything. I can only tell you what I'm doing, and this is a project that I am looking to accumulate because the idea of what this could turn into, we don't even know, right? It's the power of the DAO. It's whatever they want to do with it. And considering that it doesn't have to just be for Avalanche, it doesn't just have to be for Ethereum, it doesn't just have to be for Solana, this, in my opinion, at a $408 million market cap, is really truly making this look incredible. Now, only downside is we do have a somewhat of a high fully diluted valuation. Just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. But like I said, guys, if you're in a bull run, it's not really anything you have to worry about. There, of course, profit takers will be there, but so those are just some projects I wanted to bring to you guys. Sometimes I get a little bit of criticism on this channel. Why do you only talk about Bitcoin and Ethereum? Well, here you go, guys. I just gave you a list of altcoins that I think all have massive, massive potential. So let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with this list? Do you disagree with this list? I know some people are focused solely on NFTs, solely on DeFi, solely on smart contract platforms. You know what, guys? Why not have a well-balanced portfolio? Get a little bit of each. So if any of them take off, if any of these sectors or styles or fads take off, well, then you position yourself right there. So thank you so much. I know today's video was a little bit longer, but hopefully you can understand why. We had a lot of content to get through. So thank you so much. I hope you stayed around to the end of this video. I hope you did find some value. Let me know what you guys think about all the projects we spoke about today. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Also, let me know, is there something on your radar that you think I have missed? Because you guys know I love listening to the community. Sometimes you guys bring me amazing projects that I never even heard of, right? And then we look into them and I'm like, oh my goodness, mind blown. This is amazing. So it's a two-way street here, right? You give, you take, you give, you take. So thank you so much, guys. You rock. You're the reason that I make these videos. My name is K-Dub. This is CryptoZombie. And of course, if you haven't watched these videos popping up right here, right now, check them out. And until next time, stay crypto. And of course, peace out.